Hello, everyone. My name is Tim B. Green, and this is Crush It Club, episode 57, The 7 Levers of Influence, Commitment and Consistency. A little bit of a challenge to fit all that verbiage in today. This is actually the last one in this series, and this is actually number 6. Number 7 was unity, and I covered that early because it coincided with a book I just finished listening to. So commitment and consistency, the best image I could find is this: two people shaking hands in a contract. That isn't really what it means as such. It's too abstract to find a good image of. So commitment and consistency means not being a hypocrite. That what you say, what you believe, and what you do are in alignment. And when that is out of alignment, it tends to cause cognitive discomfort, which is known as cognitive dissonance. So when you make a commitment, now there's an especially interesting type of commitment that 𝗟𝗲𝗿hi talked about in his book, and that was to make a commitment especially powerful, to keep people especially consistent in their behavior, their words, their belief, and their commitments, is to make sure that it is active, public, and effortful. That's the trifecta that gives it the most power when using it. So let me give you an example of what this would look like. So this actually goes really well in group settings because that makes it public automatically. You see sometimes people sign and show contracts in a Zoom call or a group meeting. That would be an example. There's effort because you have to actually physically print out the contract and sign it. Now, you could do anything as long as it takes some amount of effort. The more effort you can get people to voluntarily comply with, the better. The greater that effort, the more commitment they will show. But you could literally just have somebody, draw it on a piece of paper, say, I will succeed at. This week, I will spend 30 minutes a day doing my goal, and hold it up and then declare publicly. So there's effort in writing it down. Again, the more effort, the more sophisticated you can make that, the better. It's public because you're telling a group of people, strangers, other people in the world know. And so, yeah, it's active and it's effortful, which goes together in this case, I guess, to put it. I have it written down as active, public, and effortful, so it kind of messed it up. So effortful, the more challenging it is. If you had somebody make like a Play-Doh statue to symbolize it, that would be harder and therefore more effective, but more people wouldn't do it. So having somebody write their commitment or their goal on a card and then show it everybody publicly, it's active because you've actually done something physical, some activity to declare that. It's public and it took a certain amount of effort. Now, typing something into your computer is barely active, so that's less likely to give that same kind of power, that same kind of impact. Okay, so if you have somebody and you want them to not even necessarily buy a product, but demonstrate that your product's going to have them follow through, this kind of goes well with the loss aversion, because this isn't an aversion of loss, it's an aversion of loss of reputation, or that this commitment and consistency. You made a commitment publicly, and staying consistent with it, especially now that it's been publicly declared, is a powerful force for a lot of people once they've made those kind of commitments. So you can have people make a commitment. You could have people hold up the card and say out loud, even at the same time. Individually would be more powerful, but it would take longer. Say, I commit to exercising 40 minutes every second day by doing such and such exercise. It doesn't matter what it is, but obviously you could use this in the same way in your sales and products. Is have somebody commit to trying the product, have somebody commit to following a program, have somebody, for example, say, okay, so are you ready to take action and change and improve your life? Yes, I am. So what are you going to do to change your life? I will do such and such. and then offer them a product that says, you can do this on your own and that's totally good, but this will help you by public accountability, resources, and inspiration. So are you interested in improving your life and staying committed to your goals? Yes, I am. Now, if you later then make them an offer, a sales offer, they're much more likely to stay consistent with it as long as that offer aligns, is cognitively resonant as opposed to dissonant. So it aligns or is congruent with their goal to improve their lives, do their fitness, improve their business, and that this product helps them. For them to say no generates cognitive dissonance. So this is a really powerful thing. I like this more than anything for personal change, but it's also really good, like I said, in group settings where you want people to make that commitment. You don't have to obligate them to buying the product, but they make the public commitment and they see other people buying it, then you get social proof happening too. So it's certainly a good persuasive tool to get people to do it. And they will feel very compelled if it's, again, active, public, and effortful. They will feel very compelled to do this. Now, there's a TED Talk I saw that was, well, mostly nonsense about one piece of obscure old research that said, keep your goals private because then you'll do them more. I don't have enough time to get into it, but just no, that's really not the case. The support is still on the side of publicly declaring your goals, publicly declaring your commitment increases the probability that you will do it, because if you are inconsistent, if you don't stick to your commitment, everybody knows. That's what I'm doing with these videos. A video a day is not an easy task. The day, if I ever do it this year, fall off the wagon and don't prepare one ahead of time or have one every day, you, any one person who's ever watched any of my videos, will know. Can I cheat and change the numbers? Sure, but it's already out there in the public. So this is really good motivation to do this challenging goal. So that's commitment and consistency. Have somebody declare something publicly with some amount of effort involved in making that declaration or that commitment, and effortfully, publicly, and actively, and you're well on your way to persuading them to achieve something, persuading them to be consistent with something, and then at the end of them making that commitment, making an offer for a sale for something that supports the commitments, and that product is consistent with the commitment they made. My name is Tim B. Green. This has been Crush It Club 57, the 7 levers of influence, commitment, and consistency. Bye for now.